Hello viewers, welcome to today's tutorial. We're going to be doing minor and cofactors of a matrix. If you are new to this channel, please consider commenting, like, and also subscribe for notification of new videos. Observe these two matrices, the 2 by 2 and the 3 by 3 matrix. It's attached with a sign, matrix with signs in it. So how do we get these signs here? We use this formula, open bracket, -1 raised to the power of I plus j, where I is row and j is column. We pick each element in a given matrix. We check it's in which row and which column. So for this one here is at the first row, so we'll put 1, which is the I, plus j, which is the column, is in row 1 column 1. That's why we're having 1 plus 1, I row, j column, which is going to be equal to -1 square, and -1 square is plus 1. For the second one is at the first row 1, second column 2, -1 to the power of 3, and -1 to the raised power of 3 is -1. So whenever we are having the power to be even, it's going to be a positive sign, and when it is odd, it's going to be a negative sign. For this one here, 2 plus 1 is odd, so it's going to be negative. 2 plus 2, 4, and 4 is even, positive. The same thing applies for the 3 by 3. 1 plus 1, 2, even, positive. 1 plus 2 is odd, and that's why we're having negative here. 1 plus 3 is 4, which is even, positive. 2 plus 1, odd, is going to be negative. 2 plus 2, 4, positive. That is how these signs are being. So let's try an example of a 2 by 2 matrix. Say given a matrix A equal to 2, 3, 4, 5. So what's its cofactor? The cofactor will pick each minor, then multiply to this sign here for the 2 by 2. So for the first minor in the first row, first column will be plus. So we'll multiply the plus to its minor. So how do we get the minor? We'll cover the row and the column. So we'll be left with 5. 5 is positive here. Positive times positive is plus. So we still have plus 5. For A1, 2, which is the element in the first row, second column. So the sign here is negative. We'll cover row 1, column 2. And we are left with 4. So what's the sign of 4 here? Is positive. Positive times negative is negative. we'll have a minus 4. For A in row 2 column 1, we'll block row 2 and column 1. So we are left with 3. And what's the sign of 3 here is positive. Positive times minus is minus. So it's going to be a minus 3. For A22, we block row 2, column 2. And we are left with 2. The sign of 2 here is positive. Positive times positive is still plus. So we have plus 2. So the cofactor of matrix A is equal to element in row 1, column 1 is 5. Element in row 1, column 2 is minus 4. Element in row 2, column 1 is minus 3. Element in row 2, column 2 is 2. So this is the cofactor of a 2 by 2 matrix. To find the cofactor for a 3 by 3 matrix, we're going to use the idea for the 3 by 3 determinant. That is, we're going to reduce it to a 2 by 2 matrix. But this time around, for the cofactor, we're going to do it for each element in the matrix. So we'll pick the first element, which is B11. We multiply it by its sign here, which is plus, and 1 here is plus. So we block the row, which is row 1, and the column, which is column 1, and we're left with 4051. 4051. B12, the sign is minus. Then we block row 1, column 2. Row 1, column 2. And we're left out with 3, minus 1, 5, and 1. 3, minus 1, 5, and 1. B13, the sign is plus. We block row 1, column 3. And we're left out with 3, minus 1, 4, and 0. B23, the sign is minus 1, minus. We block the row and the row. Let me use a different thing for that. We block row 2, sorry, B21, not B23, B21. So we are blocking row 2, column 1, and we are left with 0, minus 1, 0, 1. 0, 0, minus 1, and 1. For B22, we block the row, which is row 2, this time around column 2. And we're left out with 1, minus 1, minus 1, and 1. And what's the sign? Sign is plus. 1, minus 1, minus 1, 1. B23, we block row 2, column 3. And we're left out with 1, minus 1, 0, 0. 1, minus 1, and 0, 0. And the sign is minus. We go to row 3 now. B31, the sign is plus. Block row 3, column 1. And we're left out with 0, 4, minus 1, and 5. 0, 4, minus 1, and 5. B32, block row 3, column 2. We left out with 1, 3, minus 1, and 5. 1, 3, minus 1, and 5. And B23, the sign is minus. Then B33, we block its row, which is row 3, column 3. We are left out with 1, 3, 0, and 4. And the sign is plus. So we resolve the determinant. For the first one, we multiply the first diagonal, which is 4 times 1, which we will have 4, minus 5 times 0, which is 0. And 4 minus 0 is 4. For B12, 3 times 1 is 3, minus 5 minus 1 is minus 5, minus times minus is minus, minus times minus is plus. Then the sign here, we have plus 5, and which is going to be minus 8. 3 plus 5 is 8 times the minus, minus 8. 3 times 0 is 0, minus 1, minus 1 times 4, minus 4. Minus times minus is plus, which is 4. For B21, we'll have 0 times 1 is 0, minus 0 times minus 1 is still 0. And the sign is minus, which is still 0. For B22, 1 times 1 is 1, minus times minus is plus 1. But, sorry, 1 times 1 is 1, minus, then minus times minus is plus. Plus times minus is minus. So 1 minus 1 is 0. 1 times 0 is 0. Then minus times 0 is 0. And the sign here is minus, which is still 0. 0 times 5 is 0. 4 times, minus. 4 times minus 1 is minus 4. Minus times minus, which is plus, and we have 4. 1 times 5 is 5. Minus 1 times 3 is minus 3. 5 minus times minus is plus, which is plus 3, which is equal to 8. Then the sign here is minus, which is going to be minus 8. 1 times 4 is 4. Minus 0 times 3 is 0, which is going to be 4. So cofactor of b will be equal to b11 is equal to 4. b12 is minus 8. b13 is 4. b21 is 0. b22 0. Then b23 is 0. b31 is 4. b32 is minus 8. And b33 is 4. So this is the cofactor for a 3 by 3 matrix. Don't forget to like and subscribe for new videos. Thank you.